Jeannie, obviously you are up in New York, where all of this has been going down for several weeks. So much has already been unveiled in this case so far. We already heard last week salacious testimony from Stormy Daniels, but is Michael Cohen the last piece of the puzzle that comes together to create potentially a massive headache for Trump and his campaign?
Yeah, this is what the prosecutors are hoping. This is, the big sort of moment in this trial. He's at the easy part of this at this point, because he's going to have to face, I think, what's going to be a blistering cross-examination, and we'll have to see how he holds up under that. Michael Cohen had a really, really difficult time in front of the Senate, so he had a bit of time to practice with this. By all accounts, this should be a little more tame, but it's going to be tough. And this is the heart of the prosecution's case. And, Donald Trump's team is going to go hard on Michael Cohen. And what I think has been, noteworthy today is that Donald Trump and Michael Cohen have both behaved themselves so far, if you will. And that's what both of their sides wanted them to do, not get emotional, not have any outbursts. And so far, both of them have done that.
I'm reading this fascinating Trump trial blog, live blog on the Terminal, Rick, and it is entertaining. It was certainly salacious during Stormy Daniels' testimony, and maybe this will become the same. He's describing hearing about the Access Hollywood tape while on vacation and all the drama that followed. But does any of this actually change anyone's mind politically? I realize it's important to the legal case that's being made, but this is a political program. And if you're a Trump supporter, you know about Michael Cohen already. If you're a Joe Biden supporter, you probably feel the same way, right?
Yeah, it's hard to tell how much voters are really paying much attention to the details of each of these. I mean, we obsess over this, a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
The media, it's extravaganza. But so far we haven't seen a lot of movement in any of the surveys that we've seen through the course of this. So we've now had about 3 or 4 weeks of good sample, and nothing really is moving it. And so I think it's really what you were saying is, like, how does this determine the outcome of the trial? Because there is some clear indication that voters who have concerns about Trump say that they're more likely not to vote for him if he's convicted of a crime, and is certainly in that case. So clearly, this is the probably biggest headline star in the case, next to Stormy Daniels herself. And I think the distinction he's already made today was in his testimony that this wasn't about Melania. Trump didn't seem to care about Melania finding this stuff out. It was all about making sure he could get elected and getting through the election. And I think that's because really this is an election finance case. It's got really less to do with the salacious details of having an affair with a porn star or a Playboy model, and a lot more to do with hiding the money and keeping it from the public view, which would have become public if they had adhered to strict campaign finance laws. So I think we're now starting to see the case turn to that issue more than just the sort of salacious details of the relationship.